What is up, guys? This is your voice Pearson. Right, to ask for more information regarding The Sims 4. If you guys like news, updates, and discussions, please hit the sub button. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I also do have an affiliate link with Instagram to bring you guys cheaper Sims packs. If you guys click the right side of the screen or the link in the description, you guys will see a bunch of deals for The Sims 4 and The Sims 3. If you guys are planning on buying the businesses and hobbies expansion pack, you will get it at a 25% discount. Without further ado, let's get into the content. Okay, so there's a lot of things to go over, starting off with the 3 new kits. Now, this is the last thing that's on our Motherlode roadmap. Now, all 3 kits are releasing today, May 1st. You have the Kitchen Clutter Kit, the Restoration Workshop Kit, and the Golden Years Kit. Now, on the news article, it says a whole lot of living with the new Sims 4 kits. It's to celebrate more of life's big moments with these 3 new kits in the Sims 4. It says get your hands dirty as you fix up broken appliances with the new Restoration Workshop Kit. Embrace life's mess with cookie jars, cereal boxes, and grocery bags for your kitchen in the new Kitchen Clutter Kit. And of course, celebrate the late stages of life with the Golden Years Kit, which brings more styles that embrace well the golden years. So from my understanding, we're getting 2 build buy kits and then 1 create a sim kit. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Restoration Workshop Kit sounds like there's going to be gameplay tied to it. I've said this many times, but one of the reasons why I don't like kits is just the simple fact that we don't have gameplay kits anymore. I don't know why they stopped doing that. I guess because of like resources and, you know, to save money so they can reproduce like clutter kits and, you know, it's called a day. But I think one of the biggest issues with the Sims 4 is the fact that there's, you know, a lot of gameplay lacking in certain areas. So I think having gameplay kits would just make sense. Now, it seems to me that this Restoration Workshop Kit is again focused on reviving broken items with the handiness skill. It's weird. It's like recycled gameplay, if that makes sense. So yeah, there is the image provided here where you see the sim just working on restoring a stove, and then the child sim is sitting on like it looks like a Home Depot like bucket, which is kind of cool. I don't know, this whole kit kind of gives the vibes that like this is supposed to be obviously like more of like a garage. Is this like supposed to be a hint that maybe cars are coming and this is gonna tie into that later down the line? I don't know, but I feel like this is definitely giving me hope that we are getting cars. And again, I know a lot of people say we don't need cars in the Sims 4. I understand because of the engine, it's not open world, but again, I just want cars for the realism in my Sims game. As you can see in this image, there is a bunch of just different clutter items, which is really cool. There's like hand saws, drills, the wallpaper, the fuse box. But yeah, I know a lot of people in the Sims community, especially builders, love just clutter items. Like they love this, like the build buy stuff. So I can see a bunch of people using this stuff to create different things. Again, builders are always eating in this game. You know, it's a little bit unfair, if I'm being honest. If you guys want to call me salty, then yeah, I'm definitely salty because but yeah, I definitely want to like play with this kit if there's actually some type of new gameplay. I don't think there is. I think it's recycled stuff, but I think the concept is interesting, I will say. Next up, it says celebrate a story life accomplishment with the styles for elders. So yeah, basically with this kit, it's giving new outfits to elders. I can definitely see why simmers would go crazy for this kid, just because elders alongside like teenagers, in my opinion, I feel like don't get enough love in the Sims. And again, elders just need more stuff to do as well. Again, all these different expansion packs do sprinkle some new gameplay for elders, but I think the elder life stage isn't as popular as the young adult life stage. And again, this is cool on paper, but I think obviously we would prefer to have something that actually has gameplay with elders. But again, I can see the appeal to this. Again, the outfits do look really cool. I like that like this dude has like a name tag on like his jacket, even like the socks with sandals, and then here you have the grandma with like the glasses hanging down. I think this is probably the first time I've seen something like this in the Sims, where like there's like glasses paired with like the outfit. I could be wrong, but I've never seen something like that. And there also is a second image here where the sim is wearing a full body outfit. It kind of looks similar to Miss Crumplebottom's outfit, but the textures are definitely different. And then there's another full body. Yeah, I love full body outfits in the Sims, so you can't go wrong with that. And it looks like the sim is wearing a toupee. Is that what they call it? I don't know. Definitely tell like he's wearing some type of like wig or something. But yeah, looking at this next image here, this is for the Kitchen Clutter Kit. There's been so many like DLC tied to like just kitchen stuff, and I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like they're cutting up a lot of like obviously DLC for certain like themes, and I feel like the kitchen one is definitely up there, and I don't know how they keep getting away with it, but yeah, they just keep cutting up certain things and then like, you know, reselling it, and people just eat it up. You know, it's pretty crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm looking at this clutter kit and I can already see a bunch of builders, right, going crazy for something like this. Even if you don't build, but you just want to make your kitchen look just like, you know, lived in, I can see a lot of people going crazy for a kit like this. Like you have the grocery bags, the cookie jar. I want to say that's new because I know we have one in base game already. There's like a milk carton, and it looks like there's like, I don't know, like a Lunchables thing going on the table, and there's like a bunch of just baking stuff like the rolling pin and like butter and all this other stuff. It looks good. It looks good. Even with the fridge with like the magnets and the stickers, like even just that fridge alone would make me want to buy this kit. Now again, I don't like kits, right? But I'm not gonna sit here and say the kit doesn't look good. I think the kits, especially when it comes to like clutter and all the other stuff, looks good. It looks good, and I'm assuming this is like new kitchen counters or whatever, but I could be wrong. And then in this next image here, we see a bunch of cereal boxes on the table. The grocery bags are now on the table as well. The kitchen kit looks really good. Like obviously it was gonna look good, right? Everything looks good in the Sims 4. So again, the fridge, the swatches, if we say kind of like this more light blue swatch, it looks good. But yeah, lastly, we do have a patch update that I want to go over with you guys. Again, I will leave the patch notes in the link in the description if you guys want to read it yourselves. Now it says, silly Simmers, today's updates includes a range of fixes to accompany your Sims as they begin exploring their new workshops, getting comfortable in practical elderwear, and making messes in their kitchens for that perfect lived-in look. Now in terms of base game, it says when teenage Sims age up to young adults, they will get the option of a third trait. Sims will no longer become unresponsive, and the game will no longer freeze in the save menu when multiple ghosts are in the household. Plants which are growing in the garden planter box, hand fashioned planter box, mound in the ground garden patch, and in the ground garden patch can be watered successfully. The dress YF body underscore SDX037D dress align, and a created Sim no longer has a visible seam when paired with certain shoes. And then it says a fixture issue for Mac where the game became unresponsive while traveling to the library or a nightclub in Willow Creek. Now it says for high school years, it says high school events tasks will now properly appear when sending multiple teens to school. This after shaving to preferred length, arm hair will now update appropriately, and Sims are now able to complete the chest fair puzzle. This is for life and death. It says Sims with certain reward traits can now go through rebirth without any simulation errors and are taken to a creative Sim as expected. Gold rays will only appear for the occult picker in the creative Sim UI the first time it is open/viewed. Now the next set of fixes are for businesses and hobbies. It says customers who are practicing tattooing will now focus on the task at hand rather than swapping practice partners back and forth. Small business employees is no longer a valid autonomous target for the practice tattooing customer rule. Employee Sims working at multiple small businesses will now change the correct employee uniform when the second business is open after closing the first. Sims who own their small business will now change into the correct uniform when working as an employee at the household member's small business. It said the hire an employee goal for running a small business discovery request will now complete when an employee is hired via the UI as well as the via social interaction. It said to fix an issue that caused a missing icon to appear when selling a business. It says burglar stack geometry will no longer appear twisted when animating. Sims instructed to clean will no longer attempt to wash up their cotton candy or swirl lollies in the sink and will pop them straight into the trash instead. Updated missing color swatch for the creator's counter. It says updating and missing color swatches for the paintings in the Trashly certified art collection. The ask to mentor interaction now has the appropriate skill name listed in the pie menu. Unfinished pottery will no longer spoil. This is cooked and baked food items will now show the first sale visual effect when placed on retail displays. Trashly real person has been reprimanded for littering and has promised to stop leaving their cotton candy on the floor all over Iverstad. I could be saying that wrong. Creating and preparing family recipes now support the simple living lot challenge. The cost to create and prepare a family recipe is now accurate when Sims have ingredients in the inventory. Sims who have not checked into a small business can now freely use the items in their own inventory. When checking in together with a group, the entry fee is now calculated correctly. Fix an issue where the confirm button could be grayed out despite having an object selected when adding items to the mystical moonlight crystal grid from Crystal Creations or any of the retail displays from businesses and hobbies via the pie menu interaction. Now this is for vampires. It says child Sims with vampire eyes will now stay instead of reverting to normal Sim eyes. And lastly, for Secret Sanctuary, it says address the pixelation that was occurring on the green variation of the dress. But yeah guys, these are all the fixes for the newest patch update. I can tell you right now that a lot of people are very disappointed with this patch update because it's not really fixing like the really big top concerns. And again, I already covered a video kind of like, you know, looking at people's responses to the laundry list. So yeah, a lot of people are not really happy with these types of fixes. So hopefully they get on those really big major ones. But yeah guys, with that being said, that is all for today's video. If you guys made it to the end, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. This has been your boy Superior Simmer. Hope you guys take care and have a good day.